Are you looking for bite-sized videos when it comes to topics like WordPress and blogging? If yes, then Blogging Unplugged Clips is for you. Hello guys, I'm Jasmeet, and on this channel I will be sharing clips from my main channel Blogging Unplugged almost every single day. Now if you are into bite-sized informational content, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. And with that said, let's dive into the video.
Now moving on from the exit to option, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the changes to the container widget in Elementor 3.7. Now there are quite a few changes that you will see, and the first change that we are going to discuss is to the layout. Now to show you this change, what I am going to do is I'm going to add this container widget right over here. Okay, so this is the Elementor 3.6 tab, and you can see this is the layout tab that has been opened as soon as I add this container widget, and this is in Elementor 3.7. So let me just close this first and close this first. Now you can see visibly the first change is to the layout tab, where the first option is container and the second option is the items, and here the option has been changed to container and additional options. So this is the first change. Now you must be thinking, what's there in the additional options? So for that we will have to open this container tab right over here in Elementor 3.7, and let's just open this items tab. Okay, you can see there are options like direction, align item, justify content, elements gap, and the wrap option, and you will find all of those options right over here. Wrap, gap between elements, align items, justify content, and direction, and the name is items right over here. Okay, so these are the changes. So I mean, this is the items tab right over here, which has been merged with the container tab in Elementor 3.7. So this is the first thing. Now let's just open this additional options right over here, and you can see there are two options, overflow and HTML tag, which you can see right over here, and these options come from here, the overflow and the HTML tag. Now you will have to understand here is that the options that visually impact the layout of the container widget have been included in the container tab right over here, which is this one I would say, and the additional options are the overflow and the HTML tag. So this is basically the recategorization of a few settings in the container widget in Elementor 3.7, and this is the first change that you will come across. Now the next change that has been introduced in the Elementor 3.7 container widget is the addition of a new note or a warning that you will see when you will select the anchor tag in this HTML tag drop down, which is right over here. Now I'll tell you more about this, but let's just see this feature in Elementor 3.6 first right over here. So I was saying that a new note has been added, and that new note is missing, that basically that warning is missing when you will select the anchor tag in Elementor 3.6. So let's just select it right over here, and you can see it just gives you an option to add the link, and there is no warning, no new note. Okay, now this has been added right over here, and you can see it just gives you a clear note stating that don't add links to elements nested in this container, it will break the layout. Now to understand this warning, you will have to know this, basically if you have made the parent container clickable, then there is no sense in making the child container or containers clickable as well. You cannot add a link to the parent container and then add a link to child container as well. Basically that wouldn't work, right? So that is what is this warning letting you know about, that if you have made the parent container clickable, then there is no point adding links to the inner container, as that will break the layout. So this is the warning, this is an important warning that is missing in Elementor 3.6. you can see right over here I have selected the A tag, and it gives us no warning, while the warning is available, can be seen right over here. Okay, so this is the second change that you will see in Elementor 3.7 container widget. Now moving on, the next change that has been introduced in the container widget is the addition of add new container options when you will right click on the canvas. Now we all have been using the intersection widget to create layouts in Elementor, and there was an option available where you would right click on the canvas and it will show you an option to add a column. Now this option was missing in the container widget, and that you could see in Elementor 3.6. So let's head over to Elementor 3.6 first, which is right over here. And you can see, when you will right click, and it will just give you the option to edit container, which is right over here. Okay, now the option to add new container basically is missing. So what we are going to do is we are going to head over to Elementor 3.7, click right over here, and you can see the option to add new container is right over here. Now you can click this and it will add a container. So this is the new add new container option that you will see in Elementor 3.7. Now the last change that you will come across in the container widget in Elementor 3.7 is the default 10 pixel padding that has been added to it. Now this padding can be changed or modified as per your requirement, but this 10 pixel padding has been added to the container widget in Elementor 3.7. Now to see this change, let's first head over to Elementor 3.6, which is right over here, and this default container padding option you will find under the site settings, which is right over here, and you will have to go to the layout, which is right over here, and you can see there is no option available to basically add or change the default 10 pixel padding in Elementor 3.6 because it never existed, right? So let's head over to Elementor 3.7 site settings, layout, and there is the container padding option. Okay, now first let's just see container padding, and it's missing. Okay, so this is the first thing that you will see. Okay, the next thing is sets the default space inside the container. So any value that you will add will be the default container padding for your site. Okay, so this is one thing that you will have to remember. The next thing is if no value is set, then the default is 10 pixel. You can see right over here, right? If this option is empty like it is right now, the default padding is 10 pixel. If I change it to 5, it will change to site height 5 pixels, right? So this is the next change. This is the basically the last change that you will see in the container widget in Elementor 3.7.
Now I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. In case you have any queries, feel free to comment down below and I will try and help. Also, the links to our socials are in the description box below. Make sure to follow us on other platforms as well. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.